Today, it's back to school for a little continuing education at the University of Minnesota, home of the Golden Gophers men's hockey team.
I'm Roger.
Mike.
Nice to meet you, Mike.
How are you, Roger?
I'm very good, thanks.
How you doing, Mike? Scott.
But I'm not here to puck around. I'm here to learn all I can about the business of maintaining escalators.
Roger and Scott.
Yeah.
Yep.
Company's Schindler.
Schindler Elevator, yeah?
I've seen the name. And there's an escalator in the Gopher Stadium that needs fixing?
Well, it needs cleaning.
It's dirty, I take it.
Yes.
Filthy.
We'll get you dirty.
If I had a nickel for every time I've heard that, I'd have a roll of quarters.
How long you guys known each other?
20 years.
20 years, yeah.
Oh, man, I can see this is going to be a weird one.
This escalator work is more for somebody who's like a horse jockey or like Simone Biles, you know?
Yeah.
Yeah.
She's a very flexible woman.
It's like the opposite end of the spectrum of Scott.
Right.
If she ever wanted a clean escalator, she would be dynamite.
Simone Biles, if you're watching.
265 is not too conducive, you know? If you need me to hold down your jumpy house at your kid's party, I'm your guy.
It's so important to have a useful skill to fall back on in these uncertain times.
While the image of a 265-pound bearded escalator repairman holding down a jumpy house is beguiling, I'm afraid the work is inside.
You got the turkey guarding the door up there.
That's a turkey, all right. You just don't expect to see a turkey guarding the door to a stadium.
Looks like he's gonna let us go, Mike.
You know, turkey was almost our national bird. John Adams wanted the eagle. Thomas Jefferson wanted a dove.
Really?
Yeah, but Franklin wanted the turkey. A truly noble bird, he said. Franklin had a point, I guess.
I'm glad it's not the national bird.
We wouldn't be able to eat him.
Right.
Oh, well, this is a little closer than I anticipated.
Yeah, this is nice, right?
We find ourselves in front of an escalator that's been turned off for safety, I'm sure. Can't clean them when they're moving. That'd be highly dangerous.
Yep.
This escalator is inspected every month, but the service we're doing today is performed once a year or as needed.
How long is this going to take?
I think we're gonna take most of the day. We have to pull some steps so we can get into the top end and the bottom. Once we got the top end clean, we're gonna clean the bottom end, and then we'll get it back running again.
Have you been into many dirty bottoms yourself, Scott?
Several dirty bottoms, yeah.
Will we be wiping the bottom?
We will wipe the bottom.
Okay.
So we have to go up top
Yeah.
and get the power turned on. So I guess we're heading upstairs?
Yep.
Just a quick trip up the steps to work our way down. Seems simple enough.
Is it typical to have a set of stairs right next to an escalator?
Actually, it's not, but it's a great idea in case the escalator ever goes down.
Right.
Then people can still keep moving.
Despite their complexities, escalators are actually pretty reliable. On average, they only break down once or twice a year.
All right, so we're gonna lift,
Right?
and now we're gonna take it, now we're gonna slide it back.
Right.
So now we got to power up. This is the disconnect right here.
Right here, Mike.
So this is simply the mechanism that allows the thing to start moving.
Right, this gives the controller voltage. And we gotta get geared up because these have blown up in the past.
Oh.
So we take a lot of safety measures to prevent that from happening.
Why would they blow up?
They must be going to ground somewhere because everything is grounded, so if there is voltage going through there, that will trip the breaker. But we've seen a lot of videos where someone goes to turn the disconnect on, and it just shoots this blast of tremendous heat, and it usually kills the person or burns them. They're burnt bad, so.
You know, there's some rules that we have to follow as staying as far away from danger as possible.
Sure. The inherent risk of maintaining an escalator is truly a hazardous job.
Very much so, Mike, yeah. There are inherent dangers.
Yeah.
Slips and trips, electrocution, you know, getting caught up in it.
Yeah.
So.
Oh, okay.
This escalator runs on 400 to 415 volts. For the record, 200 volts can kill you.
I brought you some PPE, earplugs, gloves, forearm covers. When you turn the power on, we all kind of look away and move a safe distance.
Okay.
So you're kind of on your own at that point.
You're freaking me out, Roger.
But these are all the things that you don't think of until you're part of it.
Until you're suddenly going up like flash paper.
Right.
And earplugs?
Yeah, because it can boom.
What's that do?
It's so you don't conduct electricity.
Oh, so this will sort of ground me?
Unground you.
We would never want to be directly over the top of the disconnect,
No.
right? So you just want to reach over,
Uh-huh.
stay out of the way, and just turn it on, pull it on.
Just like this.
Yep,
Turn it like this?
yep.
And the odds of this exploding are very low,
Very low.
but it could happen.
It could happen.
This could be the shortest segment in the history of dirty jobs.
We're going together.
All right, I'm gonna turn it this way.
Yeah. Well done.
That's it?
That's it.
Well done.
We're still here.
Power is not. We made it.
It's on.
Yeah.
All right, so what does that mean?
So now we're going to transfer down to the bottom,
Yeah.
and then we'll be taking some steps out.
Do we go down the escalator or do we take the stairs?
We'll take the stairs.
Okay. You could say that repairing and working on escalators is a step-by-step
It
process.
is. Yep. Many steps. So have you ever pulled an escalator step out, Mike?
I haven't. No, this is a new one for me. I
Yeah.
did the elevator thing.
That's me in an elevator shaft, 100% certain that dirty jobs would not be on the air 16 years later. Wrong.
We're gonna lift it up,
Yep.
all right? And then I'll kind of kick that. Now we're gonna slide her back.
Yep.
So now what we're gonna do is we're gonna run this thing. This goes inside here. We relock it. And we got a stop button here.
That's a stop button.
Yep. Before I run, I always bell her out. Going up.
Like 4 on the golf course.
Exactly.
Going up.
Escalators in environments like this
Going up.
can see as many as 8,000 riders in a single day.
And then here comes the hole. We came here and pulled out a few steps yesterday, but we wanted to leave a few for you to pull.
Well, thanks.
Yeah.
No, that's great.
And that's the hole I'll be dropping into. Assuming Taylor doesn't drop in first, trying to get the shot.
Do we get in there?
You know, Mike, I think for this first part here, I think we will get in there.
Okay.
We're going to be shoulder to shoulder, if that's all right with you.
Sorry with me. Belly to belly. Cheek to jowl.
Yeah, it doesn't bother me a
Me
bit.
and you and me.
All right,
Two of
man.
us together in the pit.
Sounds great.
The escalator's mechanism is locked in place before anybody climbs inside.
Can I touch like this?
You can.
I can touch anything.
There's really no easy way to get in. That was perfect.
Oh, thanks.
Remember, we talked about Simone Biles. That was...
Yeah. Yeah, well, if she were here, she'd flip around, boom, and
land in
stick
here,
the
right?
landing.
She'd
All right,
stick the landing. Here I come.
here he comes.
This ought to be great, Mike. We now need to switch sides.
Let's do it.
Which way are you going?
I'm gonna go this way. Scott Bumper. Good man.
Well done, Mike.
Thanks.
Nice transfer.
Thank you.
So now we need to remove the steps.
Mm-hmm.
You just loosen these off, pull it out,
Yep.
and then you just hoist out just like that, up to Roger.
There you go, Roger.
Thanks, Mike.
There's a step for you.
So now we're gonna get out of the pit.
I feel like we just got in the pit, Scott.
Well, we did.
We'll take the stairs, we get in the pit, we get out of the pit, we'll do the thing, we'll loosen it up, we'll
Right.
grab the thing, we'll hoist it out, get back in the pit, we'll do it again.
A few times. We're gonna burn some calories here. I can use it. You?
I'm not saying anything.
And here I was feeling guilty that I skipped leg day.
I'm so in my head now, man. I'm ready for this thing to just turn on, in spite of all of our precautions. Going up,
There you go.
up, and there. About like that.
A little bit more.
A little bit more. Up. There.
A little bit more.
A little more. Up.
Good.
Good.
Perfect.
Great.
Perfect.
Good. Get back in the pit.
Not yet.
No.
Nope.
Oh, you got to turn this
We
stuff
have
off.
to verify each stop switch.
Right. So I'm going to push this down.
Yep. Try to run it up or down.
Up. Down. Nothing. This goes down too. Right.
Okay, so now this one goes down and that one comes up.
Got to. Right.
Yeah.
That goes down. This comes up. And then we double check here. Up. Nope. Nothing down. Nope. Nothing there. So
Okay.
we just leave it all as it is. Where this goes back down.
So check that now. Obviously, we're both in the run position, but let's go ahead and we'll go ahead and press that.
This down.
Yep.
Great.
And we'll press this. Of
course.
Verified both of our switches.
Now we get back in the pit.
Now we get back in the pit, only you're gonna go by yourself.
Okay. I'll miss you.
I'll miss you too.
Well, that just got weird, huh?
Just do them one side at a time. There you go. Yep, just like that.
There we
you
go.
So the step is free now.
The step is free, and now I hand this to Roger.
There you go.
Well done. Well done. That's enough steps. We're good.
Oh, we're good?
Yep, we're good.
Why wouldn't we take out all of the steps?
Because once we rotate the escalator up to the upper end, we're gonna get enough open area that we can begin our clean down.
I got it. I said I got it as though I got it. But I don't. A lot of times, Scott, I'll nod my head.
I was gonna say, you're looking at me like, you got it.
Right, but I don't.
Every day, Mike, every day.
Right, but you don't really understand.
got it.
You're just going, oh, yeah, yeah.
So you're floating along, Mike, right on par with normal apprentices. When I worked for Roger, I said, yeah, I got it.
Yeah.
A lot.
Yeah, but you didn't. You didn't really.
No.
But you knew that eventually you would.
I had to.
Sooner or later, understanding is not negotiable. And you can't really fake it till you make it because the stakes are too high and safety is what it is.
That's correct.
So you as a supervisor need to look into the eyes of the apprentice and ask yourself, does this guy really understand, or is he just nodding his head in
Right.
bovine agreement?
Right.
Yeah.
Danger aside, there comes a time in every job when you just need to do it.
Are you ready?
Yeah.
All right.
We're going back up the stairs.
We're going
aren't
up.
For the record, we're not quite there yet, but we're getting close.
So,
So I turn away. All right, I'm going to turn this now. Hope there's not going to be an explosion.
Power's off, we're locked off, but we're gonna treat it like it's hot. So now we're gonna remove that and just lay it back.
Okay.
Before I can start work under the track, more safety precautions need to be taken to ensure that the steps don't move while I'm under them, because that would be bad, unspeakably bad.
Obviously, that's where all the power is.
Right.
All right, Roger is coming up the steps for maybe the 300th time today. He's carrying some straps.
The brake is gonna do its job. It's gonna hold the unit. The straps are just redundancy. We gotta make sure it's not gonna move.
You can say that again.
We gotta make sure it's not gonna move.
That turkey is really giving me the stink eye now.
He's here 8 o'clock every morning, walking up and down the doors. I think he likes to look at himself in the reflection of the glass.
Oh, he's a handsome bird. I artificially inseminated some turkeys here in Minnesota, actually. Oh, they're heavy.
Yep, they're heavy.
Oakdale Farm. I'm still not ready to talk about that, man.
God, look at that.
you had to find that certain spot, right?
You got to suck the semen out of the rectum with a straw. Stop struggling.
Did you have a double do that for you?
Oh, no. No. No, but the turkey was union and
There you go.
very talented. All right, so let's just get into it.
All right, we're going in.
Escalators are cleaned from the top down because the worst dirt is in the bottom. Typical.
So these pads go?
Yep.
Oh, this is the dirt from people's shoes.
Help yourself to any gum, Mike. We'll start vacuuming up any loose stuff.
All right.
Any loose debris, we'll give you the important end, Mike.
Thank you. Hey, we're rich.
What do you got?
Penny.
There you go. Penny for your thoughts.
I'm thinking nobody told me just how much this job would suck.
We're gonna need you to get deep in there now.
I'm gonna.
Okay.
Have you ever thought about an attachment on this thing?
Oh, yeah. Need something like that?
Yeah.
It's not the tightest space I've ever been in, or the crappiest, but it's definitely tight and crappy.
I don't know if you're an attachment type guy or what, you know,
Never say no to an attachment.
There you go.
This will change everything. Hit me.
Okay, here we go.
A clean machine is a happy machine. Clearing out all that gunk will help this escalator work better and last longer.
I don't know how I got twisted up like this, but I'm not. Great spot. So that needs to come.
It's a bit like reaching into a giant garbage disposal with your whole body. And it's important not to think about what would happen if somebody turned it on.
I'm trying to avoid this razor-sharp piece of forged steel that's now under my scapula.
How's that working?
It's annoying, man. I can't.
Well, I've never seen anybody come out of it like that before, but you got her.
Okay. Ow.
Oh, that's your bum cap.
Yeah, that came in handy. The soft spot of my hypothalamus right there might be exposed.
I've hit my head on lots of things over the years. First time, though, on an escalator.
Once we got this done, we'll throw some pads down, and then we'll vacuum the other side. And
Great.
I would come in here somewhere, and then just try to get down in here. So just be careful when you walk on these. The step right now is your best friend.
But it's okay to step on this.
Yep, you can step on, and then I hang on to that handrail like my foot's gonna slip off just in case, because that would really hurt if you know what I mean.
And Mike, try not to step on the axle, step on that truss piece right there
step
with your
on
left
that.
foot. There you go.
Okay.
Nice cord you got. Nice vacuum, Scotty.
All right. Let's start sucking.
Once again, let the sucking commence.
Hey, Mike, while you're in there, will you grease these pillow blocks right here?
Sure.
There's one on each side here.
After cleaning off all the grime, we inject some fresh grease into the pillar box.
Okay, I'll give you that.
Okay.
Thanks. I'll put that there. Just so you guys can see what I'm seeing, that little guy right there and this little guy right here, they need to hook up. Turn it back all of this. So if I could get that in there. It's just seated so awkwardly, Roger.
I know.
Here, if you got it on there, I'll pump it.
Let me just see. I'm gonna just give it a little pump. Okay, why don't you put your hand on there and just hold it?
No, you stay there. I'll pump it like this,
All
ready?
We're pretty close here, but I'm okay.
Good. Tell me when you're good.
I'm good.
Good. Who's your buddy? Now who's in charge? Now who's in charge of this show?
I submit.
Good.
Mike. Well, I never expected that one to happen.
Well, nobody expects the Spanish Inquisition.
I felt kind of vulnerable there.
Yeah, well, it's a default position for me. What do we do now?
We gotta wipe this down. Mike, I'm gonna step in right behind you now. Don't be scared.
In the Pit with Scott Pumper, only on the Discovery Channel.
Okay, so this is also called the turnaround here. We'll give that a good scrape. Then we'll wipe out these pans underneath here.
Okay.
Okay, we'll get in there and get some of that residual oil out of there. I'm gonna step out now, okay?
All right, you go ahead. Be careful.
In the Pit without Scott Pumper, only on the Discovery Channel.
Is that white roller with the belt on it?
Yes.
That is what runs your handrail.
Oh, all those hands gripping that handrail day after day, year after year, month after month.
45,000 college kids.
Oh, God, and you know what they do with their hands. I mean, really, what's more disgusting than a handrail on an escalator?
As a reminder, this is coming from a guy who inseminated a turkey.
Ah, damn it!
That's beyond redemption.
It's got somewhere, it was put in the early 90s, Mike, so.
So what's the plan for you, Scott? When's retirement?
I'm hoping to go, you know, at 58, so 6 years.
Yeah.
You know, and then we'll take it from there. So, but once I do pull the pin, it's gonna be flip-flops and whale tails. And the reason we spend a lot of time, Mike, cleaning turnarounds and stuff like that is any of that residual stuff that gathers in there, it can affect the ride quality.
It's funny, you never really think about ride quality with regard to an escalator, but I mean, why wouldn't you? I mean, it's not a ride, I guess, like an amusement.
Right.
But when you're on it, you're riding.
Yeah, and you should be comfortable and feel confident in where you're headed.
Okay.
Yeah, it looks great.
What's the weirdest thing you ever found in an escalator?
A football. I found a pizza. I don't know how they would even get through there. A soccer ball. A lot of bottoms of tennis shoes. They get when they come through here.
Yeah.
The shoelaces get caught, and it just pulls the shoelaces right out of the shoes.
Believe it or not, thousands of people are injured every year on escalators.
Next time you're on the escalator, hold the handrail. Don't put your stroller on there.
Yeah.
And maybe stop texting for a minute. Just pay attention, because, you know, grabs
Pay
your
attention to
shoelaces.
the little ones.
They'll suck you right in there. Carve you up like a salami. That may be overstating it, but it could wreck your shoes for sure. Now I crawl down in that general direction and keep going?
Exactly.
Did he just sigh?
I sighed.
It's an escalator sign, Mike.
It's not that bad.
It's just part of the territory.
It's a hill. You're a billy goat right now.
There's just something just futile. It's just, I mean, all I see is grease.
That's the beauty of it. No one else will know.
This would be very bad for this to come on now.
Yes, it would.
So you're having those negative thoughts again.
I was having them.
Yeah, because it would be bad right now.
Yeah.